Right. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Four Dads Podcast with your host Don Julio and myself Teeds. And we had a big weekend. US Open, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. But US Open, Carnage, Oakmont or Mont because they took out all the trees. What did you think of that tournament? Did it live up to your expectations of the
I
carnage that they
think
talked
it.
about, you know?
I think it exceeded my expectations. Honestly, I mean, JJ was the only person to play under.
And
There
if
was
he
a.
didn't drain a 65-foot putt,
Mhm.
it would have
He would have
been
been
no
even.
one would have. No one would have.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it. There was a huge bet that was going on. Basically saying like if if people really thought that it was if it was going to be one of the first ones where everyone finished over, and I mean,
Well, they've had one of those before. I think it was like Shinnecock was like one of the. It was like
and
2016
that's
or something.
next year. They're playing.
I
They're
know. I
playing there
can't wait. I'm
next
like,
year.
let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It was a great tournament. I mean, some of the some of the stuff with what's his name? Who's the angry guy? Uh
There's a lot of those. You mean Wyndham,
yeah, Wyndham Clark. Yeah. I
dude?
mean,
His
just
apology
through lockers.
today was
Yeah.
hilarious.
It was a
Oh,
joke. It was a
dude,
joke in my opinion. Like you I mean, there should be some kind of suspension or even a fine that comes with that to destroy, property like that. Like,
right?
I mean, you're a guest to the club. You're not a
Hmm.
member,
Hmm.
you know? So,
Yeah, did you
yeah,
hear?
man,
He was
just
like,
think.
"Well, I think it'd be best for me to move on and for Oakmont to move on." Like, I'm sure Oakmont's like, "Hold on, we're not done
Yeah,
here.
there's
Like, we're not just gonna pass over this. Like, oh, it happens. Like, you knew it was the U.S. Open. You know, it's the toughest
mhm,
test in golf. Toughest test in golf. You knew that's was gonna happen. So everyone's struggling. It's not like you're the only one who's struggling. Like, literally, Scotty Scheffler looked like an average golfer. He was struggling with his swing. He said, he couldn't find a fairway. Everyone, like, it was just brutal, man. I loved it. I mean, the last like 9 holes were so entertaining because it was raining, which made it even harder. And no one knew who was gonna win. Is Sam Burns gonna win? Is JJ Spaun was what, 4 shots out or something like that on, like, the back 9, shot like a
mhm,
40 on the front 9, and you would've if you would've placed that bet, you would've won some buku bucks, but, like, it just was really cool because it's gonna be Adam Scott, who was gonna take it, and then he walks it off with a 65-foot putt with the lab,
mhm,
and the crazy thing is that he's got a Scotty Cameron, grip on there, like a Pistolero grip or whatever, which is wild.
mhm,
But that was epic. I mean, especially with the story with him and his daughter. He's like the night before, like I was out at 3 a.m. at CVS or whatever, getting her, some medicine because she was like throwing up, and it's like the dad life, man, it never ends. But it uh it was crazy because I mean, the leaderboard in general, you got Robert McIntyre in there just clapping away. After watching that putt, he was the in-house leader at 1 over, which 65 feet away from Oakmont. If you didn't make that, you never know. That could have easily been a 3 putt. Just with how
yeah,
big the greens are and everything. And Victor Hovland, who I've been saying, dude, no one's been catching on to my tweets, but I'm saying, dude, like the shoes. Ever since he's went back to the Nike Roast G Tours, he's been playing well, and no one's catching on. And I'm like, bro, what do I have to do? Does he have to win like a major for people to be like, oh wow, let's take a look at
yeah.
what's been
That's
changing?
exactly what it is.
But Terrell Hatton was in there, Cam Young for a bit. I know what Cam Young was the guy who made it, who won the 5-player playoff, right? To get like the qualifier. He was the one with like the Max Homa and Ricky
Yeah,
Fowler,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Cam
Just
Young
Cam Young.
was. Yeah.
Did you see the guy who posted he bet for Cam Young to win the US Open, I think like before the qualifying rounds or whatever, like a $20 bet. And it was like if he were to win, he would have win like from $20 to like 200K. But he had
Hmm.
like a payout before the what's it called? Before the tournament for like 2K, like cash out now. And I'm just like, dude, I'm always here to take the money. Of course, you might leave a lot on there, but like the odds of that actually happening are so slim, and the odds of you also winning a $20 bet for over 2K or over $1,000 is even slimmer. Like, take what you can there, and then, like, 2 days later, he's like, "Hey, DraftKings, can I, get, like, a redo? Like, this is I don't want this." But I thought it was fun. I thought it was a cool, I wanted more. I wanted a little bit more like Shinnecock. I think the last year there was like +3, +4, or something like the winner, which was great. But players didn't like it. Oh well.
I mean, dude, that's the whole definition of the carnage, right? Like
Right.
you want to
100%.
see it, and I mean, there was a lot of questionable rulings, I think, and I mean the one that obviously was highlighted the most was Sam Burns with
Oh, yeah, the water.
literally sitting water, Rory's 3 wood, you know, stuff like that. It was like the those rulings were super questionable. It's kind of just
Right.
one of those things like what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
and
speaking of
so and so
speaking of Rory,
Travis did
dude.
this great. Yeah.
Speaking
But
of
it
Rory, dude,
was
the freaking the what was it the T marker, man, the T marker smash. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, what are we
say that again.
doing? It's not like you're in like the 17th hole on like where no one can see you and you're doing it because you're mad. Like, you're on national television, everyone sees what you're doing, and you just look like a punk. It's just not a good look. I get the frustration, but smash it on the ground right next to it. Like,
But dude, that's what he is. Like, I mean, honestly, at Pasta Tiempo, my dad and I, we had a conversation that I think makes a lot of sense, which is that now, right? Do you think Rory has some regret standing up for the PGA and skipping out on $900 million to go play live, being that all of these
heck, I
guys get
would.
to come back and
I would. Leave me alone.
he still could have completed the Grand Slam, right?
100%, yeah. Right.
So it's like, I asked it in the video at Pasta Tiempo, like, do you guys think that could be something? As to why now he's like, well, I've done everything. Like I'm the fifth person to do it,
Mhm.
and what more do I need to prove, right? Just continue going. Like he's got all this drama with everything going on with the press. He's got all the drama at home. He's got
Right?
everything. It's like, dude, you should just step away for a little while. And I honestly think the game would be very thankful for it,
Yeah,
because
I
right
mean,
now you just are not in a good light. You seem like like a real d bag, and the fact that you're trying to throw people's name on the TaylorMade team for also having some faulty equipment that maybe wasn't USGA approved, right?
not a
It's
good look,
like,
bro.
no, it's not. It's like just wear it on the chin. Like just take
Mhm.
accountability that you know that you're
Right.
the biggest player in the world, and it's because you've made yourself open to that by being the poster child for the PGA, right? And standing up for everything that's going on. Like people are looking for things for you to mess up so they can just bury
Pounce.
you.
Yeah.
And you have to be prepared for it mentally and physically, and just go about what you're there to do, which is be a golfer. No
Mhm.
one asked you to take on all the responsibilities of it. I mean, Jay Monahan may have, but was it worth the compensation compared to skipping out on $900 million, knowing that a few months later you could have still came back and played
Right.
all of your majors, still completed the Grand Slam, still went down in history as one of the best, compared to now you're just diminishing your entire personality, in my opinion, or your
Right.
entire persona, in my honest
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, it definitely it's like derailing, you know? I mean, I feel
Hmm.
like a really good question being brought up is just like 2014 was the last time that he won a major before the Masters, right? This in 2025. So for 11 years, he has been trying to complete that Grand Slam. That has been like the talk. That has been his goal for 11 years, like over a decade. That's a lot of
Hmm.
time. And then you finally complete it. And then you're like, okay, now what? You know? It's just like everyone has
Yep.
that experience where you just feel empty after that because for like over a decade he had Okay, this was my goal. This was my goal. I didn't do it this year. Okay, I'm gonna do it next year. I'm gonna do it next year. I didn't do it this year. I'm gonna do it next year. And like everyone's experienced that in some capacity of like, oh, I have a weight limit goal, or I'm gonna ace this test when I, finish my grad school, or just, or I'm gonna graduate, and then it's just like, then after that, you're like, okay, now what's my next goal? If you don't have a next goal after that, like I think he even mentioned, it kind of like you kind of saw it in the US Open that it just kind of hit him where he just didn't really seem into it, really motivated because he already, it took so much energy to do that and finally complete it.
Hmm.
And when he did, it was great. It was a great moment, great experience. He did what his life dream was what it was. But then after that, it's like I think Adam Scott even touched on it. He's like, I remember with my caddy, we talked about, hey, our goal is to win a major. And then we won the Masters. And like, okay, crap, like we gotta find another kind of, little goal here. Or like we're gonna go into a slump because if there's no motivation for anything, no chip on your shoulder. No more chip on his shoulder. He doesn't have that. Oh, he can't win the Masters. Well, he did. So now he doesn't have that chip on the shoulder. Now he's got to refine that, like you said, with also the stuff at home that he's dealing with. Like there's so much going on where it's like, is the home stuff leaking into golf now?
A
Is
100%.
like,
A hundred
well, I
percent.
know, I'm just saying it, like out loud, like yeah, like you could definitely tell, but you know what I mean, where it just you reach the pinnacle of what you wanted to do in your career. And it's like, now what do I have to look forward to career-wise? Of course, he has a daughter who's gonna grow up, and obviously that's a great experience, and that's really cool. But, like, career-wise, like, what does he try to do? Just do the tiger slam? Like, yeah, good luck with that. Like, you're not doing that, like, you know?
Well, that's yeah. I mean, that just comes back to my point. Like now that you've done it, right? Like you're seeing all the guys who you competed with who you are better than because you have completed this Grand Slam,
Mm.
but they're not even tripping over a major loss. Like, okay, look at Rom on the last day for an example. Rom was like +4, +5 or something like that, and he was out there just having fun.
On
Like,
the
I
last
mean, he was
day?
probably I think so.
No, he was 3 under, dude. He shot 3 under the last day.
Okay, so sorry, I was looking at
He
his
+4 on the
overall.
final, +4 on the final. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's yeah. So that's what I was looking at was that he was over, but
Yeah.
um, I mean, even my dad was like, "Wow, he seems really happy for like being where he's at." And I'm like, "He's paid out. Like, what do you really need to do now? Just show up and just be a contender so you can get your keep your exemption. You don't embarrass yourself on TV, but you still get all your sponsored payouts." I'm like, in all reality, it becomes very simple at that point, right? Compared to having to really grind, make the top 50 in the money list to be able to say, shit, I did it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a huge stress relief for any player out there, knowing
Mhm.
that you have that security. I mean,
Right.
even Bryson, right? I mean, Bryson was out there doing his thing, and same thing. Like, yes, he was probably disappointed that he didn't make the weekend, but at the same time, you know, hey, all right, whatever,
Mhm.
just come
Yeah.
back again next year.
Yeah.
And it comes back to that saying that I'm sure you heard as a pitcher, right? Flush it.
Yeah. 100%.
Flush it. It's
Yeah.
already done. Like
Mhm.
your whole preparation going to where you stand over the ball
Yeah.
has to be immaculate, right? But
Mhm.
then once you make contact, there's really nothing else you can do, right? Kind of
Yeah.
once you let go of the ball, nothing you can do from that point.
Mhm.
So it's funny to hear that we both had hit LeBrons, that he's still holding
I
on to.
know. I know, yeah, and, like, yeah, I'll get into Belmont round. I mean, it was on Saturday, so it was during actually towards the end of it. Our tea time was, like, at 2 o'clock, but it was a fun experience, dude, playing with our buddy Bronze, who I mentioned, in the video, just posted one, I think it was yesterday or Tuesday? I forget what day it was, but, without LeBron's, there would not be 4 dads, at least in this capacity, in the sense that I met Julio through LeBron's, and he was my buddy in college. Played baseball, and one of LeBron's best friends in high school and throughout college. And small world, man. Just crazy how things happen. Like how I just didn't either play baseball or whatever. I didn't meet LeBron's, or he didn't come out to Cuesta. Things like that wouldn't have come into fruition. And it was a fun round. It was a fun round with the guys. The only downside was, like I was telling Julio off camera, was the gnats. The Belmont Country Club is known for gnats, but I've never experienced them this bad. Where if you watch the video, go back and watch it on our YouTube channel, you literally watch me just go like this, like constantly. I feel like I was telling Bronze, I feel like the guy from Rookie of the Year,
Oh yeah.
doing all like the like swiping away all the flies. It's like that's a signal, you're in. Uh, I feel like him, and then I would get up to the ball, and then they'd still be right back in my face, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Like, this is ridiculous." Like, you watch some of my putts where I putt it, and, like, I jump off of the ball because I'm like, I couldn't really fully experience and enjoy my first round with my new lab putter, which my first putt, I watched my first putt, and I was, like, maybe 30 plus feet away, and as soon as I hit it, I was like, "Dang it." It ended up literally, like, 2 inches outside of the cup for I think for like a bogey, but, uh, I was like, "Wow, like, that putter, man, I cannot wait to have a real round with it where I don't have to worry about gnats." I'll take heat, I'll take the cold, but I gnats, man. I was like the worst thing was they were I was telling, the Bronze and, Martin, I was like, "They're not even biting us. Like, at least get your money's worth, you know? Don't just annoy me just to annoy me. Like, you're just literally being annoying for no reason at all. Like, what? What am I? What's going on?" Like, just in my face, and then you could see him in the peripherals and everything, and it was just like, "This is ridiculous." But I ended up with, I think, like, an 83. I kept the funny thing is I lost 1 golf ball, and the only golf ball I lost was I re-teed a shot because we didn't film my shot that I hit it into, like, just past the fairway. So I re-teed and hooked it, and I'm like, "Gosh dang it," and that was the only ball that I lost. Every other shot that I had, I was able to keep the same golf ball for the whole round, so that was awesome, but I think I topped it maybe 2 times because of the freaking gnats, man. But
Yeah, it was funny to see you guys. It was funny to see you guys doing that because I've played Belmont twice and I never
really?
experienced any of those gnats. So when it was like I was like, man, like maybe the mosquitoes are getting after him. And you're like, these gnats, dude. And I was like, ooh, that's that sucks.
I know, yeah.
But but it just looked like a lot of fun. It just looked like a natural fun round to be a part of, and
Oh, it was, yeah.
it was
I mean,
cool. Yeah.
I would've as much as I enjoyed playing with him, I would have much rather been at Pasa Tiempo with you and your dad. I mean, you guys are both rocking
It
brand
was
new Giants hats, I think.
yeah,
You're
gift complimentaries of my sister. That was super nice of her.
Oh,
I
no
was not
way.
expecting that.
Nice.
Yeah, the Memorial Day hats, or 4th of July hats. And so that was tons of fun. I mean, dude, it was like it was the first time I ever broke 80 there, which I was super stoked about.
That difficult, huh? With
Second,
the
oh, dude, and the redesign is
Mhm.
no joke. Like
Yeah.
it is no joke. You'll see a shot where we're on a par five and my dad hits a wedge shot, but there used to be it used to just be one huge green and they cut it into like kind of like a kind of like a diamond triangle. So it's like there's one part over here and then there's a big old bunker now in the back. So they cut
Interesting.
that part of the green out, put
Okay.
a bunker, and then right here on the right side is like maybe 15 paces back is the bunker, and then you have another bunker in front or rough, super thick rough about maybe 10 paces before the
Hmm.
flag. So it's like a really tucked pin, and then goes like the front side where there's another greenside bunker surrounded by like 6 other bunkers.
Hmm. Okay.
And it's tough, but like my dad found the bunker, like I think he touched all the bunkers that were there. It was insane. Um
Uh,
I was playing super well. I lost 1 ball due to a bad club decision. Dude, like I was absolutely annihilating driver at the course, and I decided, yeah, let's go with the 3 wood here. Like I don't want to run into the trouble or run out of fairway. Duck hook the 3 wood into LB drop. I'm like, oh no.
Dude,
And
that's exactly how it
I
was.
was only one over at
First
that
hole.
point.
First was it first hole, first shot. I'm gonna go 7 wood. I always hit this thing great. Tops it like 30 yards. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Sorry, keep going. I
Yeah.
would just had SAX. I was like, same thing. I try to play it safe. And I was like, the one club that I am so confident with that I never top. I always get this thing in the air and just Okay, I guess that's how we're playing today. Okay.
Yeah, I get it, man. It looked like you were catching everything a little thin. Like everything that like it
Some of them were
sounded, it
off the
sounded like it was
toe. Yeah.
yeah, but it's still great ball shape. Like the shot into the par five where Bronze is like, dude, what an awesome ball shape. I'm like, that was so good, that little draw, but I know it
It
was a
was, but
little
I towed
further
it a little
left.
bit. That's what I think I said I
Yeah.
towed it in the video. I'm like, I feel bad because LeBron's, he's just getting into golf and obviously getting into the air and hitting it that far looks nice, but like being that guy where like golf douchebag where it's like, yeah, well, I got it thin. And but yeah, sorry, keep going. I want to keep hearing about this.
Oh, no, I was just saying, like, I mean, it was just an absolutely beautiful day. It was 77 degrees, like very little wind, which is starting at 12:20,
Mhm.
unheard of out there.
What
Like,
do you mean?
dude, and the crazier thing was too is like I mean, I wish I could have used like my actual camera instead of my GoPro, but
Yeah.
the views of the ocean from points of the holes or points or from parts of the greens was like it looked unreal. Like it looked like something you would see on a piece of art. Like
Hmm.
it just all this blue, just this blue view forever, forever. And then you would be able to see, and then you're thinking like, oh, there's mountains in the background. It's like, no, there's not. That's just pure ocean. But it's the fog that started to come in, and
Interesting. No way.
it was so cool. I mean, the greens were the greens were pretty firm. I would have to say they were probably like a 10.5. Um,
Dang.
so there were some areas where I'm like, "Oh my god," like, if I miss this putt, I'm going way down down low, and it's going into the into the green. I was, like, having Carmel Valley flashbacks,
Oh boy.
um, and I was like, "Oh, cool." It, like, didn't do it, but the craziest thing about that course is like, the first hole is kind of like a sign, like, "Okay, you see where the ocean's at. Remember where it's at all points on this golf course because it is going to pull your ball in that direction no matter what.
Uh,
Like I
like
like I had a
on the
putt
greens,
I had
on
a
the
putt
greens.
on number yeah, on the
Uh huh.
greens. I had a putt on number 10 that was looking at it, it was dead left to right. My ball broke uphill. And the green is like this, and it still went uphill.
What?
It was dude, it's
It's like
so it's
breaking
so
the laws of
crazy.
physics over there, huh? I mean, isn't that where they have the,
Literally.
like, the secret
Mystery spot.
spot or what the mystery spot?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
only know I only know that from
It's
the stickers on cars. That's literally the only I've never
yep.
heard of a place.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It really takes you on a whirl there. Um, but yeah, just a great time. I mean, I was super happy. My dad played awesome. I didn't get a lot of his shots, but it was
We got
probably
some
the
bunker
best I had
I
seen
saw a
him.
few bunker shots in there.
Yeah, that's on that par five, but there was a few other ones where he hit it and it was like, man, he's piecing the ball up. I mean, it was the first time I had seen him hit all the fairways off the tee um, in a long time. And all I told him was like, "All right, aim super hard left," and he just hit his little fade. I mean, dude, he was hitting like 250, 275 down the middle of the fairway,
Dang,
like every time.
that's wild.
So yeah, he was like playing controlled. He was having
What do
fun.
you
I
shoot?
mean,
What
you'll
do you end
hear
up
him a
shooting?
few times. 102.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
it's probably
it wasn't
it's
terrible.
difficult, of course, you know, regardless. So, I mean, and I remember when I was playing with LeBron, it's like, "Hey, like, can you, like, don't really judge me." I'm like, "Dude, I don't care, like, if how hard you hit it, how far you hit it, just like, I'm here for a good time. I am playing a game within myself, of trying to
Yeah,
play well, like, I don't care what you do. I wanna, like, enjoy chatting with you and hanging out with you and being with the guys. That's pretty much I don't judge anybody, no matter how good or how bad you are. It's like, "Well, I'm just getting into it." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." And yeah, I don't know if I caught it on the video, but I was like, "Dude, that was a great drive." He's like, "Oh, dude, thanks. Like, it means a lot coming from you." I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, I'm gonna tell you if it's a good shot. I'm not just gonna like be like, oh, that's good, but like you could have been if you that could have been better, like
yeah,
he had some good drives. He literally like smacked a few trees, like dead in the heart of the top of these trees, dude. He hit one so hard that the bird flew out of it. It was pretty funny. Uh, but that's awesome, dude. I would love to play there one day. I know there, and I know Pebble would obviously be up there as well. But speaking of Pebble, last Tuesday I was at the Fairway Lounge here in Fresno, and they gave me like I was there for like almost 2 hours, dude, recording some stuff, and I kind of feel bad because like I didn't expect it to be so dark. But like looking back at the footage, I'm trying to edit it and like brighten it up a little bit. But like, dude, it was so dark. Wasn't able to capture as good of my voice as I wanted to with my speaker because they had music going as well. Um,
Mhm.
and I really need a microphone, which I'm hoping I can get one soon. Um, but dude, the experience was wild. I started with driver just like to warm up a little bit, and dude, I was like 290, 295. And the cool thing is about it, like they have an app on your phone where you can literally sync it up to your phone. So all the stats that you get from the driving range, from the course, all that sync to your phone. And they also have an AI like thing where they got a video literally facing you like if you're squaring up against me, so your chest is facing against you basically
Mhm.
when you're lined up to the ball, and it records every single swing. You see it on the screen, and they also save it to your profile. And you can look at it. They have weight distribution as well to tell you where your weight is. They give you ratings based off of your swing and like your swing speed, where you made contact. Did you push it? Did you pull it? Did you heel it? Did you hustle or heel it or tow it? Um, and just so much information. And it's the only simulator that's actually tee to green. You putt there as well when you're on the green. Um, First hole, Pebble Beach, dude. I'm like, okay, let's go Pebble because it'd be cool to play and local. Let's try that out. First hole, 3 wood, cut the corner, 3 wood. I'm still in the rough about like 65. I mean, I think it's 65 yards out. Hit it to about like 3 inches. I'm like, what the heck, dude? Tap it in for a birdie. I'm like, okay, okay. And then nothing really recorded after that as well as I wanted to. But I think I like 3 putted on the second one because the greens were I didn't know the speeds of the greens. I didn't know how they're gonna run. And hitting a putt 2 inches is really easy to do, compared to anything else. But after 4 holes, I literally went, I think it was birdie, double, par, bogey. I was like, I got a birdie, a par, a bogey, and a double bogey. But like they have this thing called the motion plate where everything shifts depending on your
Mhm.
undulation where you're standing on. Absolutely insane. You're standing there, you're feeling the hydraulics just like ooh, ooh, ooh. Really cool. They got all the different kind of lies. They got rough, they got sand, fairway, greenside bunkers. You can change the tee height as well because they have it's kind of like the Top Golf where they have like a ball that comes out, but it automatically tees it up, and you can have it anywhere from like an inch high to like I think it's 2 inches at the highest for the tee, and you can change that. You can give yourself a mulligan. My favorite part of it was I played at Bay Hill. I tried another one at Bay Hill.
Oh,
And
nice.
one of the ones we got to cut the corner like crazy, like hard dog leg left. You have to water. You got to cross. Um,
Yeah.
there's a feature in there where you can literally just pause your round and just practice your tee shots until like you're ready to go, and then like you know move on. And so I practiced a few tee shots, seeing how much I can cut that corner. And that was really cool experience. And hoping to send him some stuff out over the next week or so. But it was a really, really cool experience. I feel like one, it'd be a cool date night. Two, it'd just be a cool experience in general because of how quickly you can get things done. You can play. The food apparently is off the charts. I didn't get to experience that, but it was really cool. It was sick.
That's awesome, man. No, those things are popping up everywhere.
There's
Like,
like 40. That's like 40 grand, dude. How much is it? It's wild. There's no
yeah.
delay. There's no delay from your ball either. Normally how you hit it and it takes a second and then it goes. Like this one
Mhm.
literally hits the wall and keeps going. It's so sick. So sick. But yeah, sorry, keep going.
That's awesome. No, I was just saying those things are becoming super popular. I mean, everyone is going to it. Like we have something built here in Santa Rosa called Aces, where it's a professional grade batting cage.
Mm,
So they have like a simulator where you could face,
Oh, does it
Um,
have, like, the screen
Paul,
up there where they
yeah,
move the arm slot or whatever?
yep, you could face like Paul Skeens, right, and get in there and see 105-mile-an-hour baseball coming at you, or you can just set up on a tee, do some, do some tee work, do whatever. But the real kicker is they have full on golf simulators in there,
Mm,
and they have a bar, they have food, they have lounging chairs.
yeah.
It's really cool, and like a lot of people are raving about it. The only place that I've ever experienced like that was the one that you and I went to in Oakland, but there's also one in San Francisco called like Eagle Eagle Club or something like that.
Yeah, I think it
And
was one of the ones I looked up back when we were looking
yeah,
that up back then.
yeah, and I've that's the only place I've ever experienced that at, but it's it's definitely a daycare for dads for sure.
100%. I mean,
100%.
another feature I was gonna say is if you were on the same simulator, but in, like, let's say, Roanoke Park or wherever you are,
Yeah.
you and I could play on the same round just based
Oh,
off of being
really?
on that same simulator, yeah. So, it doesn't matter like, anywhere in
Nice.
the world, if you're there at the same time, you could play, and I'm like, "That's pretty sick." Like, it's just they need to populate, get more of them out there, but really cool experience, with Fairway Lounge. Shout out to them for letting me come on out there, got to try it out for free, and I was hitting the ball really well too. I was like, "Okay, this is fun." I wasn't sure how it was gonna go, uh, and, right next to Trader Joe's. It's literally right next to Trader Joe's. Um
That's so awesome.
so I was like, "Dude, I'm always out there anyway. Like, let's check this out." And yeah, apparently the food's really good. They got a full bar as well, but the owner was really cool, really nice, um, and the general manager was great too. But I need to go back out there. I'm like, dude, when I get my clubs, I want to come out here. I want to come out here because all my stats are going to be saved, and that's what I want. He's like the owner said the only thing that's not really the downside of that monitor is spin rates don't go off of spin rates. Spin rates could be off anywhere from up to 1,000 RPMs or whatever it is. So, like, besides that, your distances will be on top, on point, and everything like that. But like, don't if you're looking for spin rates and you're trying to check your spin rates, don't come here for that. If you're trying to like dial those things in, but everything else
Yeah.
is all in. Like it's such an easy setup to you. Literally just like go on the app and you type in 6 numbers, and then you're loaded in. It's so easy. I was trying to show that as well, but here, let me show you really quickly.
Oh, sick.
So that and then you could save it to your phone as well, and
That looks
yeah,
awesome.
exactly, and it says, like it says W1 I don't know why W, not for wedge, no. Maybe I had wedge on there on accident, but it said how far it was. That one went 310, and I'm like, "Okay." I know it's not so hot outside, but alright, like, "Okay. I got it, I got it. I still got it." Um,
Yeah.
but have you hey, did
That's
you watch any of the Travelers today?
I didn't. No.
So, did you hear anything about it? Because Jordan Spieth, for the first time ever, withdrawed.
Really? Why?
Yeah, so, apparently during warm-ups, he pulled his scap. Have you ever had a scap injury before?
Mhm.
So, I had one of those back in college, literally on my right scap. My sophomore year at Cuesta, I was hoping to be a starter, and, like, I pulled it somehow. I don't know how, but it was, like, tight, and, like, I couldn't reach back. It wouldn't let me reach back and throw like I normally would be able to. I could go back a certain amount before, like, triggering it and, like, hurting it or having a little bit of pain. It took me a few weeks to get out of it. I still remember my first start ever was against Kenyatta, and, I went, like, 5 and 2/3, throwing, like, 86, 87 because I just could not, like, throw it on but I couldn't tell coach, like, for my first opportunity to start, like, "No, I can't go out. Sorry, like, I'm injured." Finally got better randomly, but apparently that's what he did. He pulled his scap, which is like a shoulder I think it's like one of your shoulder blades or right around the shoulder blade area. Um, and, you could see him. I think it was, like, 5 over after, like, 12 holes. There's one clip that if you look it up, you'll be able to see. He takes a shot, and you just see him, like, just tensing up, like,
Just
"Ah."
wince. Yeah.
And then he just kept on
How
apologizing,
cra
like
how crazy is that though? Like, okay, that's today's influential player on the PGA Tour, where Tiger Woods played an entire tournament with a broken leg after his foot, like his leg snapped from his cleat getting stuck on the cement. Then his back is blown out, playing in a playoff, right? And he's over there dropping on his knees. You have Billy Herschel coming over to him like, all right, dude, let us grab your tees, like keep it moving, right? Like let's keep going, battling through it. But oh, my scapula, ow, ow, ow.
Was it a what's the movie? Tis nothing but a scratch. What's the
Yeah,
movie? The guy where he's like
um,
he got like both arms, the Monty Python or whatever. Is that what it is? Or is
I
it
think so.
Princess Bride or one of the two? Where he's got like cutting both of his arms off and he's like, "Come on, I got you." He's like, "Oh, both your arms are gone." It's like, "Tis nothing but a scratch."
Yeah, I think it is the um the
Monty
first one
Python,
you
maybe.
said. Yeah,
Yeah,
Mighty
Monty
Python,
Python.
I think so.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, hockey players be spitting out blood before they'd be able to come off the ice.
Well, right, but I'm just saying, like, that's like the difference though, dude, is like the just the the pure competitiveness of what Tiger brought to the game compared to like
Well, did he
today's
do it in a
players.
regular
It's like
event though? I mean, it was the US Open, right? That he did that he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna play this regardless."
true,
Like it's not like a
true.
regular event where it's like if you win it, yeah, it might be a little few more extra million, but I think he's got enough in the bank. And apparently he's having another baby, his third kid. So um
Jordan?
apparently that's what they're saying. Yeah,
Jeez.
I know.
All right. Good
Go
for him.
Jordan. Go
Congratulations,
Jordan.
bro. Yeah. Go Jordan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I
That's
hear
cool,
you.
man.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Scotty was on 59 watch today. Ended up shooting
I saw that.
62. He bogeyed.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm trying to think what other notable things happened. I think that's like pretty much it. Everyone's like playing really well, And oh, actually, what was really interesting before we wrap up, Scotty Scheffler had a really good like I don't know if it's comeback or response, should I say, to the
He had a good
rollbacks
response.
I thought it was like probably one of the best responses I've heard in favor of no rollback. Where he's like, you don't see all these basketball players that they're now like 6'8", 7 feet tall. Like, hey, we got to make the rim higher. You
Mhm.
don't for baseball. It's like, oh, they're hitting home runs. It's like, oh, well, we're not gonna like make the baseballs harder to hit. Like that's what puts people in the seats, right? Pitchers
Well,
themselves, like us, we love good pitching duels, but puts people in the seats is bombs.
what they did do for baseball was they did wound the ball tighter so it leaves faster, but also has more movement out of the pitcher's hand. The thing that I think the MLB messed up on was
They should
the
let the
time
steroid
clock.
era
I
just
don't
go.
like
Just
I,
let it keep going,
yeah, well, I just don't like the time clock because games are
dude.
super
Yes,
expensive now. You go to a game and it's like I mean, okay, for an example, let's just use the Giants. The average parking around the Giants stadium is anywhere from 50 to $100 around the
stupid,
park, right?
ridiculous.
And I mean, when the Dodgers come into place, it's like 250.
Right, right.
Okay, so you're rushing to get there. Then you get in, and now they don't even let you watch. Now you don't. Now you can't watch them hit home runs, so kids don't get
Yeah,
balls anymore,
I know. That's the
right?
stupidest thing.
Or batting warm up, right?
Yeah,
And then you're there, but then everything is just super rushed. It's like you barely sit down, you go get your kids like a little souvenir, then you get yourself some food, then you're like, oh my God, it's already the fourth inning. Because everyone's on a 30-second time clock. I think it's
mhm.
so stupid. Like the
Yeah,
whole purpose was a game of chess so you could get a guy like Aaron Judge off of his hot streak, get him start thinking, right?
yeah.
Play some mind games. It's like who
Mhm.
freaking cares if it's 4 hours? It's more money you're making because people are buying
Commercials
more,
and
more
yeah,
alcohol.
right. Yeah, exactly. No, I hear you. But it was good. It was good. He's like, I don't know why courses need to be harder or longer. It's just like people do want to see, people go low. Don't get me wrong. They want to see
Mhm.
the best of the best compete. So I thought it was a really good rebuttal to the whole rollback because I'm like, there's no need for a rollback. Just let the players are getting better in every sport. No one's
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, we should make it 120 yards because they're so fast now, the receivers," or
Yep.
uh, but yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting.
Sorry,
Anything else we got to touch on? Anything else we got? No.
no, but I just wanted to say all I'm doing is I'm because you told me that the videos were hard to track, so I'm going through and marking each each one of like what hole it is, the yardage, which shot was played. So the whole time I've just been sitting here like going through it, at least make it a little bit easier.
Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that. But
Yeah.
good spot to
But
wrap up, I think, right? Unless there's something else you want to touch on.
no, man. I was gonna say I signed up for the I signed up for the Silverado Amateur.
Ooh, at Silverado and Napa.
Mhm. On the
Ooh.
North Course.
Is
It's
that where they play or
in
they play
July.
South? Sorry.
No, they play the North, so it's a
Okay.
Johnny Miller design
Oh boy.
or signature. But I so that when we were talking earlier, I was like, oh no, there's a tournament on 28th, 29th, and I was like, oh yeah, I just signed up for it, so I can't go down anyways. But yeah, dude, I'm pretty stoked about that one. And then I signed up for the Bayonet Black Horse 54 hole. Um, is it 54? Yeah, 54 hole like tournament. So it's like a Saturday, Sunday, and then you have to qualify for Monday.
Dang. Big shot
Yeah.
over here. Nice.
Well, I
That's
saw
big.
that they it came in through like my NCGA like tournament thing. It was like, hey, these still have plenty of openings. Like you should take a look. And I like looked at it. I'm like, ooh.
Are those just
I
for
was like,
like
totally.
pride or they like have like monetary like
Oh
benefit
no, there's
prizes?
no, there's like so they're point tournaments for your NC or for yeah for your NCGA. So it's like the more points you get, you could like qualify for more local qualifiers for like the US Open.
Mm,
Um, you get all these different things, but it's like you're playing with some of the best players like
right.
in the area because you have to be of a certain handicap in order to be there. So
Right.
it's fun, but I mean to play Silverado in July, um, that course is gonna be tough and it's gonna be hot. It's gonna
Really.
be hot in molasses out there.
Like Central
And
Valley
then
heat,
same
right?
with
They get hot there?
Napa gets pretty
Does it?
toasty.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just dry, right? So it's like if it's a 94-degree day out there,
Mhm.
it feels like 105, you know.
Mm.
But
Speaking of that,
yeah,
dude, I
but in
actually
the
signed up for
afternoon,
my gym.
the breeze is nice. You
Really?
signed up for a gym?
Gin. No. So you're the
Oh, a gin.
yeah,
Oh,
gin.
check you out.
Yeah. I literally screenshotted it on my computer just because like my thing is I just don't play enough to do that. And like with our videos that we're doing recently, it's like do if I'm not able to really input a score that consistently because like we're doing scrambles or we're doing match play or whatever, like how am I gonna really track that? Like to legit. And so it says start your 30-day trial. And I'm like, okay, I'm down, but like I only have enough time to put like one of my things in, right? Before actually paying for it. And it's like, but it said, and I screenshot this because it says, once your estimated handicap range is established, the trial will last 30 days. So I'm like, okay, they need like 54 holes or something like that in order to kind of give you an estimated handicap range. So I only got 18 so far. So I don't know how long it's to take for the next one to keep going before the actual 30 days starts. But I'm excited to see what my handicap will be, or at least what they'll put me at, since I shot 83 at Belmont, and I think I don't know what that would put me at. But we played from the whites, nothing crazy. But yeah, I'm excited to see what that is. So I'll have a legit one. No more of this like guessing. Maybe like a 5, maybe like a 7, maybe like a 9. I don't know. But yeah, I think we should wrap up. I'm getting tired.
I know. I am too, man. It's been a long day for sure.
All right. Well,
But that's awesome though, dude. That's good. You should yeah, I mean, just when you're out there playing just your own rounds, like just throw something together, right? Just throw it up there, say, hey, I want to take this round a little bit serious because I want to post it.
right.
Just go out and play.
100%,
Yeah.
man.
All right, brother. Well, guys, don't forget, if you've been following us for this long, give us a like, subscribe, turn on your notifications. We got tons of content coming out in the next couple weeks here. I'm finally starting to get my pieces over to John to start putting up on the page. I got a lot of golf lined up here pretty um yeah, down the stretch of July. So don't forget to go check out Primo, where you can get 15% off using your Four Dads promo.
Mhm.
go check. Oh, dude, I forgot to mention this to you, but I bought the actual like whey protein
Mhm.
for battle bars.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Did you like
It
it?
is, it is like compared to the bars, like it is significantly better. The protein
Yeah.
bars, they're very they're good, but they
Mhm.
have like that very strong kind of proteiny
Yeah.
kind of mix on top. So
Mhm.
it just kind of lingers and you have to drink a lot of water to kind of get the dryness out of your mouth. But
Mhm.
they're still good. But yeah, I got the protein and I really like it a lot. So
Nice.
yeah. And then last one, guys, our one of our biggest supporters and our biggest consuming on this on this channel is Sunday Swagger. Got some awesome shorts, some awesome pants, or some awesome shirts. Go check out their stuff. Definitely can get an awesome deal. They bring out a bunch of loud, very,
Mhm.
very noticeable designs for you out there on the golf course. And yeah, appreciate all of the support and um, remember to stay fly and go low.